Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and well, we have three, three dumbass companies that they are just keep doubling down on the woke agenda, and it's very evident, and it's hilarious. You have even dumb idiots saying that it's the less of a issue having wokeness, but one the reason why they are pushing for it is to everyone to repeat the same nonsense over and over again. That's why ESG and DEI exist. That's the whole purpose, spreading the message they want you to accept when in reality it's it's just dog shit. Well, you know what's dog shit? Let's start with this because we have a lot of fucking cringe going on here. So we have this one. Ascrit Shadows defended by Japanese developers. So yeah, Japanese developers are not based, not anymore. Some of them are, but not everyone. You can't assume any sort of these fucking developers in AAA that accepted DEI in their company are based, and they even are going to display the brain rot California. And just look at this. Crapcom Legend excuse Ask Chris Shadows. We saw that, and people were talking about this. That thumbnail is great. So Capcom has built DER years ago. That's what people's commenting. That's one of the stuff. You know how you can't trust Capcom anymore? Especially, we have this one. Look, this is from April. Everyone knew this from the start. Crapcom goes full go and reveals localization team, alters video game for cultural adaptation, preserving contents, and the nonsense of storytelling. This is the kind of shit that Square Enix has. And that thing is destroying the company from the inside. Because, yeah, they are even starting with this one. Because if it's not enough when Dead Rising the Master got censored, they even are planning a remake, and that remake is already being re-swapped and having full DI shit. So you have this one from Tag Park Place because those dudes have a lot of articles. Crapcon accused of race swapping psychopath boss Larry Chiang from Asian to white, likely to do racial stereotype in Dead Rising. Oh boy, so this was the older one. A stereotype yellow psychopath, and then change it to that. And Parenat should show with that tweet. Crapon's Dead Rising remake Red Sword Psychopath boss Larry Shang from Nation to White, and this is well, you know, a display of what we were telling people, but they refuse to accept, or maybe they notice. At this point, if you know someone who is refusing to accept this and tries to rationalize it, you have to accept that it's probably a left art, one of these walkies that want this to be keeping spreading, or a fence sitter that only sits on the fence on and jumps when it's the correct type for them to save face. Don't trust them because look, the event is coming from them. What is localization? Embark on global adventure through the lens of game localization. Beyond mere translation, we are diving into the art of cultural adaptation, preserving contents, and inclusive storytelling. Join us and unravel intricacies that makes games resonate worldwide. And that's the solemn voice that I can put with respect to trying to say how fucking dog shit everything is preserving context, and we already have this one about changing context. Is there, preserving context, and then excuse me, they're already doing this because for them, keep demonizing white people It's good. Look how even we have to bring the context of fucking Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5, the black people, despite you know how Black Africa is a piece of dog shit country, even continent, excuse me, my geographic failing me there. Considering how tons of evidence proved how the people there are fucking retarded and are corrupt too. And when this game came in 2009 about blacks getting infected with the parasite from Resident Evil 4 and turning into fucking horse or deranged zombies. Well, not zombie in the traditional sense of the word, but more like infected that they were just straight attacking you. And they claim that is racist. But hey, why dude in the most unhinged way of stereotype version the left has over the right, or even over gamers in general, they come up with excuses like this. And I wanted to show you this because we have from Crapcom here too. I saw this one where Squeenix is just doing that. That company has no saving grace anymore. Oh man. Yeah, even while we're talking about this, Crapcom short time. Okay, well, why did the new episode of Kakala Guru shot the seal like that? We're autistic over here now. Well, when it comes to women, you know, most of those DEI parasites are mostly women. They see beautiful women in fictional media as competence. Women hate each other. It's in their nature. Ah, fucking hell. They can't stop with Black Wukong. They keep trying to push that DEI nonsense. And when it comes to Final Fantasy, because it's now the turn of fucking Squeenix. So it's finally Final Fantasy 14 are spreading the fucking woke ideology, the genderless body type, disgusting truny aspect of type of character. And I can come and go of many words and you can express this, but the result is evident there. Look who it is. Oh, Xenia Breyer, and of course, Lord Consultation and English Localization Lead. I always keep telling people, look at the fucking eyes, man. Look at the fucking eyes. Every single type those goddamn eyes. If you think if you skip it and you miss on some of Google Maps development and the splashing things on whether or not you like her since she's the main character of this story. Personally, I got sick of her very quickly. I had to change the VA to Japanese. Why would you play even in English dub? Well, when you have what the fuck here? I hate the Blast Blue dub. Like you have no idea. You have no idea how I fucking hate when Blast Blue by default in the physical disc and the digital versions from Calamity Trigger to to fucking Chrono Phantasma, you play by default with the English dub and you can hear the horrible localization it carries. It's nonsense. It's stupid. Give me Japanese game with the Japanese dub by default. No excuse. And I'm talking something that is even from a decade at this point. Blast Blue started in the 2010. Again, we are going to witness the cringe.
Hardly. I know little about your land and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met.
Sound like a fucking Elder Scrolls Oblivion NPC. Oh, well, the ride never ends. The delivery was really flat and uninspired. Even had to skip the second half of the story because my judgment was cut short with how front and center she was. And I just going to say what Grump said on all of this. Final Fantasy XIV Gone Walk, Steam reviews, drop a mix, video clip added. Players are upset with the latest MMO's passion, which is the story away from the player to focus on Lamat, an NPC which they find insufferable and who is voiced by a Truni. Not surprised there. The story and voice acting is considered so bad that people want to skip every content involving her. Listen for yourself. Yeah, we heard that one. Blaine is failing everyone from bad writing, bad and woke localization, but especially the voice acting. It's three combined. It's already three combined. It's nepotism. The reason why even DEI exists, even if you do not call it DEI, it's the. Let's look at, for example, at unions. Unions in the past were created for the reason because certain corporations were so fucking dog shit. They were so fucking dog shit and deserved to be put in a leash for how badly the working conditions were in the past. Nowadays, since now we have lawfare and that it's at least in some capacity well enough made to protect the worker in the working environment, and now it's the part to actually to the worker to do the job. You you don't need those unions anymore, but those unions they keep attaching to political campaigns and sides, and they just are fucking nepotism. You either go pass through them or you don't get a job. And even they are willing to blacklist you. But at this point, when it comes to AAA gaming, being blacklisted from the union of these fucking DEI zealots is a badge of honor, if I'm being honest. And to show you how Squeenix is doing the notices, we have this headline. And because we have a main dish in how Squeenix has no point of return. Square Enix shareholder questions company about Sweet Baby Inc.'s involvement. Squeenix shareholder questioned the company about its business relationship with video game consultancy company SBI. If you are unfamiliar with SBI, well, you already know that. So, the company's CEO Kim Beller has also encouraged individuals to clarify. Yeah, we heard that before from the fucking blackmail to force you to pay them money for consultancy to destroy yourself. No, I'm not going to give in into that. Unless you are a member of the fucking Mexican cartel and you have a point gun on me, at least at certain capacity, probably I will have bent the knee because at least those types of criminals, the only thing they want is my land. But when it comes to yeah, I want to force you to bend to us, so you put this DI shit and destroy your product. And if you don't comply, I'm just going to attack you on social media. Get out of here, please. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked, really. So, during a presentation at the Game Developers Conference in 2019, yeah, we already have that. So, we have the record of what is SBI. So that's the introduction we need. Because yeah, even in their own website they listed all the AAA companies that worked with them. That's why you should not buy anything from that. Even look, 2K is one of the subsidiaries of Take Two, the company that owns Rockstar's games. Even the developers of Rockstar games that made the variety of those games great, they are not there anymore. Even the Red Dead Redemption 2, despite all the fucking cogs that seem for that game, they refuse to acknowledge that that game has had DEI. How do I know this? One, yeah, I played the game. Second off, even you don't play the game, you will be suspicious in why a woman is a main role there, at least for a supported character when she is fucking deranged. How is that the writing of that game make her survive despite she got stabbed in the torso, or how even she they put out with all of her bullshit because at that point she was unlikable. She got so fucking deranged, and then you had a black dude. Despite the black dude was likable, I'm not going to deny that, and he is one of the guys that didn't make it in at the end of the story. Still, you will be suspicious of having a black guy i- hooking out with white dudes in the Wild West, where you know how things were. It's like, for example, every single time when we talk about boogie shit, going back to at the start of this video with the Ash Creed Shadows debacle. In the past, Boogie Slop used to consider history, hiring historians to make accuracy in details of their own fictional story. And that's the at least what I would want in the majority of that side for games that are set in medieval environments, while in the at the end of the cowboys era, you know the Wild West, the outlaws. But no, they have to double down in all of this. And I just going to say this one. This is to end the video because if you think all stuff is safe, nah. Go to the seven seas and grab everything you can because they're still going to find their ways to remove it from the internet, to force you to make it inaccessible to you and shove it out the old stuff and play the 1984 agenda. And just to prove it that with this headline, report Squeenix removes male and female character options from upcoming Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. A new report claims that Squeenix is removing the option for players to choose between male and female characters for their upcoming Dragon Quest 3rd HD 2D remake. This report comes from Ryugutaya 2089. I butchered that, excuse me, who claims via machine translation that the game has no distinction between male and female heroes. And just let's open up that. And I just go to translate that at least in Spanish. Ah, goddamn. Even the fucking translation is not working. Ah, I own you that, but there it is. So, Ryukuta notes the characters are labeled A and B. Body type A, body type B. You know how it is a woman? They cover up the upper part of the body, you know it's a woman. Biological woman. Well, at this point, even I'm not going to claim even biological because they are going to make them so fucking ugly and androgynous that at this point, why would you stick to that shit? You know how they are. So even when there's in this website they have this cited article 70% decline in profits, and they wonder why. Oh boy, the fucking clown show never ends. But that's all I wanted to show up here. It's the AAA just falling backwards and still going full Pikachu face, figuring out how did this happen. I know for Crapcom they are going to even sell stuff because they put a way in decency to make their games playable. I wonder for how much longer because like I said, nepotism in the whole DEI nonsense that they adopted inside those companies, they enforce to keep spreading that they are cancer. And the cancer is going to make sure to survive when the host dies and jump on the next one. At least put parasites. Uh, at this point, even the comparisons are just goddamn similar. Look how they operate, look how they treat the customers, and look how they fail and still play the victim. That's all I wanted to say here. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a pretty